I'd like Tyrion to be there. I think he's my favourite character. And he's very funny as well.
Tyrion or Daenerys, really, I'd say. I would love it if it was Arya or even Bran.
It would be Daenerys Targaryen, Khaleesi. I think she will as well. If I could, I'd go down to Ladbrokes and put money on her.
Bronn would be a really cool king. Sort of in the Robert Baratheon mould, I think maybe. He might mould into that sort of king, but he'd be fun, wouldn't he?
I think ultimately the Starks should triumph. But that remains to be seen.
If it's someone who you think will get to the Iron Throne, it probably won't be. So yeah, I don't know. Someone who deserves it.
I think Brienne she is one of the good guys. She's not shy to swing a sword, so if need be, then she'll get the job done.
Me? I should, because my character's the best.
I'd like to see Arya on the throne, yeah. Arya's a really cool chick.
I think she'd be a pretty good ruler. Arya would be quite a good hand, but to the right king.
House Stark all the way, I have to say. House Stark all the way.
I'm going to say Gendry. I think Gendry is he has a claim, for one. For two, I think he'd be a good king. I think he'd look after his people.
What kind of king do you think he would make?
I think he'd be a real champion of the underdog, and I think he'd be a really fair and just king.
From the point of view of my character, it has to be Daenerys, because that's who I'm now with. And certainly it would seem at this stage that it's shaping that way.
Maybe Jon. I don't want Daenerys to, because she's got the dragons, she's got an advantage. It would be so predictable if she ended up on the throne.
Jon Snow, there's a different story there. Jon Snow is not who he appears to be, and I think we'll learn something interesting about Jon Snow.
Well, if you're asking Davos, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? We've got to get Stannis on, he's the right man for the job.
I'm going to have to say Daenerys. Yeah, I would like to see Daenerys on the Iron Throne with her dragons and ruling the roost.
Yeah, she's got dragons, isn't that throne enough? Jeez,
Yeah, exactly.
You can't have it all, Daenerys.
An alternative choice would be like Jaqen Hagar or something really weird.
I think I'd like to stay Jaqen and come back and be the last one on the Iron Throne. That's
I want to say Stark, but then things do change and you do find yourself being more involved in another character's storyline, or you think, ew, I liked you, you're not a word I can say here, but so.
What would King Hodor do?
Well, he would kill anyone who's not dead. I think he would try and rule with a fair hand.
Who do you think he'd take as queen if he did?
I think he would probably ask Arya to come back. I think Hodor would have a bit of a crush on Arya. And she's seen as junk as well, so I think she'd probably come back.
If I could have my own king or queen of Westeros, who would it be? The hot tree? You know the tree, the I'd go with the tree.
Daenerys is very strong and a powerful woman who with a conscience, who would make a great queen. But she has that sort of petulant side as well, which is a bit hard to handle.
I think it's not going to be anyone obvious. I don't think it's going to be Dany. I don't think it's going to be Jon. I don't think it's going to be anyone that we think. I think it'll be it might be a character we haven't seen yet. It also, for my money, it could be Lord Varys. Because I think he probably knows more about what's going on than anyone else.
You know, the kind of the White Walker that we see, the kind of that slim, icy kind of guy. I have this thing in my head where I kind of see this guy sort of lounging with one leg over the arm of the chair, and he's just sitting there with a merd-eating grin.
Well, I'd be sitting on the throne, of course.
I think Tyrion has the best quote in it. If you think this is going to have a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.
I wouldn't like to see any of them on it, because they're all awful.